Okay, so here we are. Um, Today is beta wipe day, and we are starting all over in Shadowlands beta. We have our copied tune here. This warrior is 480 item level on live, which translates to 133 in 9.0. My 500 item level cloak is 155. So um, a little weird to get our head wrapped around the number changes. I think I have about 800k health on live, which is getting squished to 38k and change. So I just logged in, and you have this auto accept quest, and so here we go. Darian Mograine was talking to me, and he says, "The time has come, warrior. High Lord Bolvar Four Dragon requests your presence atop Icecrown Citadel. Meet me in Stormwind, and I will take you to him. I would not keep him waiting." So here we go. Goodbye, Kultiras. I'll actually miss you. Um, okay. Hmm. Oh wow, that's funny. I still have my augment rune, which is doing 60. It's getting deprecated to 6. I'm like, why can't I refresh that? Well, that's actually doing a lot of attack power. Oh good, battle shout's increasing my attack power by 0%, apparently. Okay. So this intro is really cool if you guys haven't seen it before. We just played through it last week, but it was a kind of a weird time. I'd imagine this will be one of the things where you can skip it once you've done it once. Champion, preparations have been made. Whitemane will tell you of the grim fate that's befallen our allies. Alright, these dorks are standing directly on Whitemane. Much has happened in your absence, warrior. Let me catch you up to speed. Tell me what happened.
There is no peace for the unliving.
Learn about your leader's fate. Acaris, the stronghold of the Ebon Blade, has moved to Icecrown Citadel. My Deathgate will take us there. High Lord Bolvar Fourdragon has recovered from his battle with Sylvanas Windrunner. He awaits us along with our allies. Okay, I guess that means we're going. I'm like, I don't want to click the thing in case there's more dialogue.
Before her minions abducted key leaders, the Banshee Queen attacked Icecrown. She cut a path to the frozen throne and seized the helm of domination. Look to the sky and you will see the results of her actions. I have never beheld anything like this. But
There's
shattering the helm also freed Bolvar Fourdragon from the burden of being the Lich King.
I think I just broke the dialogue. Peace remains tenuous. These are troubled times. Our people need stability, alliance, and horde alike. This is Lorthamar speaking. We cannot risk sending Azeroth's leaders on what might well be a suicide mission. Our friends who were abducted would offer the same counsel.
Coward! I would pay any price to see the Banshee impaled upon my glaive.
Damn right. I, too, want Sylvanas to answer for her crimes, but Lorthamar's right. Anduin wouldn't want us to risk the well-being of the Alliance for his sake.
The Kaldori need you if they are to have any hope of finding peace, High Priestess.
That's Callia Menethil.
You dare speak to me of peace? After the atrocities your kind inflicted?
Enough! The war is over. We can ill afford to start another.
You know...
A far more pressing threat is at hand, and we must prepare to face it.
I want to point out how rad the new Bolvar model looks. There you go. I know, Toronto does just want to stab someone and no one lets her. That's true, Chase. It's really sad. If you think about it that way. It's good you've arrived. We need heroes like you in this dire hour. Through the shattered sky. When Sylvanas shattered the Helm of Domination, she was touched by the power it released. I can sense the echoes of that power, and I know where she is gone. If you wish to rescue your leaders, the shattered helm can open a path. It cannot bring you back, however. That you must do on your own. The risk is great, but there is no other way. We will begin the ritual at once.
Fight. When the Banshee shattered the helm, it tore a gaping wound through the veil between our world and the Shadowlands. During my vigil upon the frozen throne, I caught fleeting glimpses into the realms of death. Among them, I saw a place of inescapable darkness. That is where you must go if you are to save those Sylvanas has taken. Together, we can open the way.
Inescapable darkness sounds bad. I just want to...
Place the shards of domination around the circle of runes. Then the ritual can begin.
Look at all these Ebon Blade friends. I don't know about Panda DKs. I'm not anti-Pandaran either, but I think there's just... maybe there's some things we don't need. Okay, now I'm channeling the last shard. I'm standing in Defile. I think that's what that is. And Bolvar's just walking around like a jackass, yeah. He's got like the... he's still got like the human animation rigs. Like he does the point, like the kind of stilted human point. That looks a little bit weird with that model, I feel.
You made it through the rift. Good. I doubt this mission could succeed without you. No sign yet of the High Priestess. Perhaps she charged ahead into the chaos.
There we go. I got my 6 extra strength from my... how much strength do I have? So that's 1% extra strength. I have 600. It's giving me 6. Not the most ideal of arrivals, but at least we're still in one piece. I have not seen any sign of Tyrande. Either she landed elsewhere or continued on without us. We should keep an eye out. A fractured blade. The chaotic energies of this place have scattered the Ebon Blade. If those enemies we just fought are any indication, we will need allies if we're to survive this place. We should find them quickly before they're overcome. We have to rally 10 Knights of the Ebon Blade. Moss-worn menace. Our knights are strong, but they don't stand much chance scattered against such an opponent. We need to thin the ranks of our foe. The Ebon Blade won't do us any good if they're all cut down. So we have to defeat 8 Moss-worn. So yeah, I still have absurd amounts of haste even after the patch changes. Still. I didn't really look at any kind of numbers changes with this build, so... but I definitely have enough haste to party. That's the important thing. Okay, those guys have been sufficiently rallied. Did you guys just see what I just saw? I don't think it's actually doing anything, but that was a Twilight dev. There are other players in here, but I'm sure it's like heavily sharded. It probably only lets like a handful of people into each one. Because when I did it before, there were people running around. The question is this instanced or is it like a common play area? And I believe it is. It is not. It's not like a scenario, right? So it's not something that you can just do by yourself or with your party.
We are establishing a forward position. Go. Make sure we hold it.
Yeah, this is weird. Like, Twilight Dev is clearly going off, although I don't think it's actually doing any damage. Okay. They've been rallied. We've been in this place mere moments, and already our forces are depleted. It will have to do. Take this horn. It can be used to call upon the remaining Ebon Blade forces to rally against your foes.
This clarion will signal the Ebon Blade to converge on your foe. Use it wisely.
Why do you always shut off my scrolling combat text for self? I want scrolling combat text for self. And I tell you to put it on, and then it turns off. Oh, damn, I forgot to put execute on a button. Let's do that real quick. I don't think anything else I actually need. Like, hamstring, I don't care about. Oh, intervene, I do need to... We need to do this. Ugh. Shattering throw, I do want on a button as well. Whirlwind, I don't care about. And I'm not missing anything else at the moment. But execute is so nice to have for running around leveling, so we definitely want that. Bam! Like so. Oh, here's another quest.
Get on with it.
Ruiner's End. One of the larger fiends has several of our knights engaged. Hurry to their aid, lest we lose more of our dwindling forces. Go, it is too late for me. Defeat Ruiner Maroth in the Crucible of the Damned. Ruiner Maroth, a massive armored Hulk. Stop him before he decimates your Ebon Blade allies.
Tomorrow isn't.
Okay, where is he? He's over here. I don't know about this new quest tracker thing. Oh, I can't go through the river. I feel like it's not necessary. I might shut it off as I log more time doing this. I kind of find it more distracting than anything. I know there's a lot of add-ons and stuff that do that and have done that over the years. Our enemies are relentless, but we will continue to drive them back. Stand vigilant, warrior. This thing. It seems to be working properly, though. In Alpha, it was like always... It seemed like it was never on the correct Z-axis. It is weird there are no other people in here, though. But, like, obviously somebody was here recently because this guy's dead, so... I don't know.
It's too far away.
I'm not gonna lie, it's still satisfying when Twilight have procs, even if it doesn't actually do anything. Oh yeah, I'm wondering, like, why can't I charge? And it's because it's on cooldown, because I don't have 2 charges of it anymore. Ugh. That's a cool spell effect on Iron Shackles. No accursed strength for you.
We rally up ahead. Go! We have done all we can here. Let's get moving before reinforcements arrive.
That sounds like a great idea to me. Where are you? Arius. Well, come on, Darian. Ruiner's End. I'm loath to leave some of our knights behind, but it's obvious we cannot stand against such foes. We must make sure their sacrifices are not in vain. Fear to tread. It appears we've escaped our enemy's notice for the moment. We should take the opportunity to scout the nearby area for signs of our allies. We will draw less attention alone. The Ebon Blade will hold back, awaiting my signal. Come, let us see what awaits in this hellscape.
We are vastly outnumbered. Let's try not to draw unwanted attention. Frost magic. Keep an eye out for clues that point to the whereabouts of our allies.
A bunch of dialogue just got stepped on there.
The conflict seems to move in this direction. We should follow the trail before it grows cold.
I love that little VO there before it grows cold. The Mograine dad jokes. He was saying frost magic looks like the work of our friend the Lord Admiral. But then I got too close to it, so he started playing his next line immediately. Okay.
More of Lady Proudmoore's handiwork. It would be unwise to break the enchantment. Let's move along.
I need to get.
These death elemental things are cool looking. Dude saying, why? What did I do to deserve this?
The Lord Admiral is truly formidable. We've bested one of these monstrosities. Hold! What's that up ahead?
That would be the Lord Admiral, I think.
Up ahead! It's Lady Proudmoore! Looks like we've secured the Lord Admiral. I'll signal the Ebon Blade to advance.
Yeah, we really did a lot of work to secure her. That was a great job that we did while she killed everything.
What would you ask the daughter of...
Praise the light. I had almost given up hope. Jaina looks upon the Ebon Blade Knights. Is this all that remains of your forces? On blackened wings. It's a relief to see friendly faces again, but we have little time for pleasantries. Thrall is wounded, and we're being hunted by the denizens of this realm. We must seek shelter at once. Come, I believe I know of a place.
I will never forget.
We can't stay here. Can you walk, Thrall?
I will manage. No VO for Thrall yet, sadly. I was hoping maybe this build would have it. Thank you for coming to my aid, Jaina.
Something's flying at us from above.
They found us. Be ready.
Okay. So something certainly happens here. I think. I mean, I would assume there's a cutscene there. An IGC. Okay, so now I have to kill 6 Mossworn Curie. Oh, damn.
I need to.
I don't know why Twilight Dev is proccing tonight. Again, I don't think it's actually... It doesn't appear to actually be doing any damage, but... It's funny the graphics going off. It didn't do that in the previous build.
We're overrun. I'm getting us out of here.
This thing just really wants to fight Thrall. It doesn't want to fight me. Which is okay, but I could use some revenge procs.
Keep them distracted. The illusion won't hold for long. Hurry.
I will do what I can.
Those images will keep our foes distracted for a time, but they will not give up their pursuit so easily. We must make haste. There's a cave not far from here. If we hurry, we can seek refuge. Those fiends will give chase if they spot us. Be prepared for a fight. Okay, so we have to...
I know what must be done.
We have to escort
There's a cave just around the bend. With any luck, we can reach it before they notice.
Let's hope so. Our captors won't be pleased you've managed to slip past them again.
Well, there goes our luck.
You will not evade our grasp. Knights, secure the cave. We'll hold off these fiends.
It's actually annoying that this stuff won't stay aggroed onto me.
So much for remaining unnoticed.
I want to dodge and parry stuff. That's what I like to do.
What did Thrall mean by slip past them again? We've escaped before.
Indeed. I've broken free countless times, only to end up back in a cage. I've hidden inside this cave before. We can't stay long, but it should buy us a little time.
Oh my god. It just keeps going. That's so funny. Is it possible that it's doing damage, but because my health is so low
Lord
that it's
Admiral,
not...
before
But
we
I mean,
finish,
everything's health is lower.
Did you see any sign of the Night Warrior?
Tyrande, here. No, I have not.
She leapt into the rift just ahead of us. She vowed to find Sylvanas Windrunner at any cost.
That is troubling.
Your cell
An
awaits
ancient
me.
ritual infused her with
The jailer has
incredible
plans
power.
for you.
This timing's
Fear
a
it
little...
may be growing beyond
I've
her.
had enough of
I
your
need to get
cages,
closer.
fiend.
If you're maybe
There is
growing
no
vulnerability
limit
container.
to run. Nothing escapes them all.
Okay. Jane's like, yeah, I see that big moss ward here and you're all fighting, but like, there's a little malice shadow guy over here. I mean, you guys got this, right? Well, he actually paid attention to me long enough for me to get a revenge proc, so... The reason why I care is because I have this best served cold talent that makes it do way more damage when it procs.
It will all end up in chains. Not if we end you first.
Oh no.
It is useless to resist.
In here.
We should be safe enough here for the moment. When you first arrived, I wasn't sure if you were even real, or if you were just another illusion meant to torment us. I was beginning to lose hope that I'd see anyone from our world again. The time for dreaming is over.
Oh, now I'm phasing with way more people. So, yeah, it must be like phases of how many people are doing different parts of this at once or something. Seems likely. Rest here while you can. I'll tell you what I know. A moment's respite. Anduin insisted that our allies would come for us. I confess I'd begun to doubt him. I'm sure you have many questions. I'll do what I can to provide answers, but I'm afraid even after... What has it been? Weeks? Longer? Time loses all meaning in a place of such darkness. Forgive me. Let me tell you what little I can.
The Alliance will endure.
I know this place is a lot to take in. Take a moment to gather yourself. When you're ready, I'll tell you what I know.
Be careful who you trust. Very well. Where to begin? Denizens call this realm the Maw. From what I have gathered, it was intended as a prison for the most foul, irredeemable souls that ever existed. Indeed. And one of their tormentors, and ours, is Sylvanas Windrunner. It seems she has made a powerful ally. The Shades whisper of someone called the Jailer.
That's cool. That's a cool looking glow on these
We
models.
cannot let the world fall to darkness.
What answers do you seek? Tell me more of the jailer.
A single spark can set the Jailer rules this realm. We know little about him, but it's clear he has taken a special interest in us. He has personally overseen our treatment here.
We've endured countless torments. At times, it finds as if we're being tested, though for what purpose I cannot say. That's Thrall saying that.
Whatever this Jailer and the Banshee are planning, It won't end well. For any of us.
The actual VO will be much better than my performance, I'm sure.
A long road lies before us.
What about the others who were taken?
Control your power. Or it. I caught glimpses of Bane and Anduin during my attempts to break free. They live. That's all I know for certain. But I have found no means of leaving them all. I can only manage to teleport short distances. This nightmare feels inescapable.
Countless souls are now pouring into this realm. Some have been here for untold ages. Perhaps one of them knows a way out.
I can scarcely imagine the horror such spirits have endured. I fear there's nothing left of them to save. They manifest as malevolent shades that wander the darkness. I doubt they willingly help us.
Knights of the Ebon Blade have ways to compel the dead to speak. If we seize one of them, we can extract its secrets.
The true battle lies ahead.
We need time to recover after that battle. Thrall could use rest too. While we rest, perhaps you and Mograine can seek answers.
We all have our ghosts.
Field Seance. If these souls have information we need, we'll take it from them. Even after being shattered by the Banshee, the helm fragment given to you by Bolvar holds the power of domination. With it, we should be able to take control of the spirits long enough to find out what they know. They will need to be sufficiently weakened before we can break them. I'm confident you're more than capable of that task. Okay. So we have to find 5 Malice Shadows and weaken them, and then use the shard of the Helm of Domination on them to get them to do what we want. This is like sort of a very old school type of quest conceit, like use the item on the weakened foe. But I think this one just kicks in automatically when you get it low enough. That's what was working in the previous build, so let's see what happens.
Use the helm while it's weakened.
He like turns orange, so you can't attack him.
Eternal despair.
I'm out of range.
I'm sorry about your despair. It's interesting that these things are casting Mana Burn. I wonder if we're going to see that as more of a thing. If like mana management's going to matter to anybody except healers. Or if it's just like, well, they're ghost things, so yeah, that's what they do. They like attack your magic. So the voice acting for these things is pretty great. Okay, one more of those.
These souls are too fragmented. There must be another way.
Useless. These souls are far too fragmented to provide us with anything. Wait, what is that? Speaking to the dead. Look over to the ridge. There lies our quarry. No telling how many souls are writhing together within that amalgam. With any luck, one of them might be coherent enough to give us answers.
This target poses a considerable threat. I will signal the Ebon Blade for assistance once we engage it.
I will too. Let's all signal the Ebon Blade for assistance. What do you say? These Knights of the Ebon Blade don't really seem to be doing anything. Find enough mouths and one of them's bound to speak. Let's bring this thing back to the cave and find out what it knows. My instincts were correct. Whatever dark magic binds these souls together also keeps them more or less coherent. It will take time, but we'll find out what this thing knows. My interrogation will require use of the helm, but rest assured I will return to your care. Let's bring our prize to the Lord Admiral.
You're coming with us.
Look at Mograine run around just pulling extra trash. Okay, I think that Twilight dev pulled these Marats, right? Is that what just happened? Like, why else did they run in here? I really should be running a meter of some kind. Obviously, if it's doing any damage, the fact that the visual is appearing is not intended. What if they were just like, you know what, actually, it's fine for tanks to still have Twilight Dev. Everybody else, you lose your corruptions, but tanks, you can keep your Twilight Dev.
The way forward will not be easy. The time for dreaming is over.
It seems our search was a success. Enough rest. There's much to be done. The Lion's Cage. We've got to save our friends. Anduin's being kept in a place the Shades call the Tremaculum. It's not far, but the way is perilous. I've tried more than once to free him from his captors, but the forces holding him are too great for me to handle alone. I'm counting on your presence to tip the scales.
The Alliance will endure.
Okay.
Once we find Anduin, my staff will serve as an anchor for me to teleport us back to safety. All set. Let's get moving.
Ooh, somebody's playing with the new Shadow Priest. I'll tell you what, I had never played Shadow Priest in my life until 2 weeks ago when I leveled up that Zandalari troll that I had boosted to 110 from my BFA pre-order boost. And I really did not enjoy it at all. I don't really like casters anyway, and man, I did not have fun with that Shadow Priest. And I don't really have much of an understanding of the spec, but I will say that the stuff that they talked about in the blue text about the design changes, all of it sounded really good. I still don't want to play a caster, and if I did, I don't think I'd want to play a Shadow Priest, but you gotta start somewhere. Man, no loot. I need gold. Come on. I'm down 5 mil. Give me some pocket change for killing you. I mean, it makes no sense that these things would have gold on them, but that's not the point. This is the Tremaculum. Here, souls are tormented, twisted into wretched shades.
They were taking him to the tower above. We need to find a way up there.
This place is awesome looking, man.
Here.
The fog looks really cool. Somebody was afraid of the trap.
There's Anduin.
Sylvanas, what does she want with him?
The true battle.
Sylvanas has the jailer's forces at her command. She could call them down to overwhelm us. It won't do anyone any good if we're all captured. Let's hold off on engaging her until we know what she's after.
Control.
IGC goes there.
For the Alliance above all.
I knew in my heart the light wouldn't fail us. Your presence here is the proof. The Afflictor's key. Sylvanas thinks it's broken. She believes she's already won. We'll show her how mistaken she is. First, I'll need your help. The bonds that hold me are impossibly strong. We will need the key to free me of them. My imprisonment here has been overseen by a creature they call the Afflictor. The key is likely in its possession. Fail the Afflictor, tasked with breaking down the most powerful souls in the Temmaculum to serve the jailer. An undeserved fate. I've seen many souls brought here during my detention. The jailer seems to want to break them, to twist them into his service, or worse. No soul deserves such a fate. The Mossborn here hold the keys to their chains. Free as many as you can, and we'll get them away from here. 15 shackled souls.
Victory in the light.
Okay. So I believe this is the thing where you need to like kill 15 dudes and get 15 keys off of them. You can't just, it's not just like, oh, get the key and then open 15 cages. So it's a little grindy, but that's okay because what are we here for? We're here for XP. I did notice when I did this before, and there was a bit of traffic in the area, it didn't really seem like there was a lot of stuff to kill that would drop the keys. So that could be a bit of a problem. Here's one. Oh, here's Fail the Afflictor. He's got slightly more health than we do. He says he's an elite, but it's not that much health for an elite. Reflected, stunned. Super cool looking model. He's fearable. This dude lives in the realm of death, but I made him scared because I yelled really loud. He said all will serve the jailer. I don't think he's right, though. We need 14 more keys, I think. 2. Oh, the charge intervene thing. Why couldn't they just let Prot Warrior keep intercept? I don't know. It was so nice for us, man. I know they want to have this like overarching class identity come back, the shift away from the Legion ethos, and that's fine. I just really don't want to have to spec into double time. I like Stormbolt. I want to have my cake and eat it too, man. Oh, there was 3 souls in there. This don't necessarily need 15 keys. Find cages that have a lot of souls in them. There was 2 more. I don't really want to kill this guy again. Like, I don't know. I guess the correct answer for most situations for raiding and stuff is like double time's probably going to be better than having more access to stuns. I just love Stormbolt so much. It's one of my favorite warrior abilities, you know? I always feel weird not having it when I spec out of it for whatever reason. I think I'm out of keys, yeah. Okay. It's like having a button that either charges or intervenes depending on what you're targeting, and having 2 charges on that's felt really good for the last couple years, and making it go away does not excite me terribly. Oh, I regret not installing details or something.
They will defend you.
I just want to know. I want to know what the game thinks is happening, I guess. That's really the only reason. Maybe there's some kind of soulbind or conduit thing that makes reduces the cooldown on charge. Even if I could cut like 5-6 seconds off of it, I'd be happy. No loot. That means no keys. I missed sliding scale ignore pain. That was a cool concept in Legion. Maybe they found it too hard to rein it properly where it felt good. Like, it used to be that ignore pain had it had a range of rage it would consume, and it would, you know, it would scale up with the amount of rage you spent on it, which was kind of a cool mechanic. It didn't work like that in BFA, and it's not working like that now. I just miss it. I don't really know if it was better or worse for the spell design, but it was like nice to be able to save up a huge one if you were about to take like really spiky damage, or to be able to weave in a bunch of them if you were just trying to augment your, you know, your shield block and your other buttons. But basically, for the last few years, and it looks like going forward, it's been, do you have 70 rage? No? Then don't push ignore pain yet. Or like, did you just push shield block? Yes. Do you have 40 rage still? Yes. Okay, then you can push it. That's okay. It's just, I think there's a lot less texture that way. It's like, let's say I'm, you know, if I'm fighting a mob that's doing exclusively magic damage to me. This is a very simple example, but like, let's say it's doing a long cast that hits me really hard. I want to save up that rage and get that big bubble. Or let's say I'm fighting a mob that's just spamming arcane missiles at me. I just want to use it at low rage cost and just have it up over and over again. You know, you can kind of do that with the Legion design.
I will be fine once this place is behind us. Lead on.
Did you find the key? I'd almost forgotten the feeling of freedom. Now let's take the fight to these fiends. I knew I could trust you with this task. Though we face insurmountable odds, we must try to do what is right.
Be vigilant.
What would you ask the daughter of
From the mouths of madness. We should not linger here any longer. I believe Bane Bloodhoof's being held on the far side of the Soul River. We should gather our forces before seeking him out. I just hope Mograine was able to glean some information from the soul you captured.
My ability to teleport is limited here, but I should be able to open a portal back to my staff's location.
Oh, Jane is a troll. She sent me to Dalaran Crater. Thank you, Endo. It'll feel good to be back at full strength. Your arrival is timely, says Mograine. Our friend has something to share. Even Shattered, the Helm of Domination, possesses incredible power over the souls of the dead, but don't take my word for it. Ask our friend here. Make it talk. Speak. How do we leave this place? So there is a way out. Tell us where to find it. you make sense of what it said, Lord Admiral?
The cauldron it spoke of lies beyond the River of Souls. I believe Bane is being held captive there.
Then it seems our course is clear. Can't say I enjoyed wielding the Helm of Domination. The magic it holds is unsettling to the dead. I gladly return it to your care.
We cannot let the world fall to darkness.
We cannot leave these innocent souls to their fate. Our remaining forces will remain on guard here. Signal us when you find this waystone.
I will do what I can.
By and down the river. Our next step is clear. We must travel to Zoval's Cauldron, a frightful place I've heard spoken of in fanatical whispers. It's a forge of sorts that lies across the River of Souls. I've only been there a handful of times, but I've seen Bane held captive by the soldiers there. If fortune favors us, he'll still be nearby. Once he's safe, we can see about finding this waystone the Shade spoke of.
A single spark can set the world.
Man, I like the Alliance and Horde Super Friends team up here, and I just hope that it doesn't go back to the way it always goes back to after this. Still no sign of Tyrande. We cannot leave her alone in this nightmare.
Agreed, but we have no idea how to find her. We will do our best, but this waystone may be our only means of escape. If there's a way out of the maw, then there has to be a way back in. We will return for her.
Well, I guess I gotta kill some of this. I was trying to, split the difference, but that was obviously not going to work. I would really like it if in the overarching narrative of World of Warcraft, if we could pretty much just move on, at least, let's get a few years, a few expansions of, an Alliance Horde detente. Let's just keep it like this. We're alright, we're not friends, but we're not actively trying to kill each other. I think that's fine. We can keep that stuff in the background. I feel like, the constant kind of ebb and flow of that really just sort of, it was just too over the top with BFA. It was just too much. But if it's the last time they do it, to that level, then I think it's fine. Let's just stop with this for a while. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to see the factions merge. No, I think that breaks the fiction too hard. I think you do need some divisions between what the Alliance and Horde stand for and who they are, and also just to create friction for players. I think all that stuff is good for the game and the setting, but I think putting the obviously never to be fully resolved faction conflict front and center in the story is just a narrative dead end. Nobody ever wins, right? The Alliance or Horde are never defeated permanently. It's just kind of a pissing contest. And, it's okay when you can weave it into the larger narrative, but if that's the bent of the story, even for a patch, it gets really kind of one note, I think. This is a cool sequence running through the Soul River. It's kind of like the same glow effect as when you're a corpse, but it's not. It's weird because all the waypoints are not in the right place. Did I go? Oh, I guess this isn't where I need to go. It says the Crucible of the Damned, but I don't know. I remember going the other way before. It's gonna be wild, like not being able to mount in the Maw at all, like possibly ever. I wonder if there'll be like some kind of buff items, consumables, or something to let you mount for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something. I mean, it sounds like it's designed for you to spend some time there every day or multiple times a week, but not very much time. You know, you're like kind of earning more time as you power up, but I don't know. Maybe if this if this doesn't get wiped, then maybe we'll eventually get there in the next couple weeks and can check out like sort of um, what the idea is. I do like the concept of having an end game zone that's like really difficult and like actively working against you. You know, like it's trying to kill you and it's trying to kick you out of it. Like I don't know. We haven't had that concept in a really long time. That's sort of like the way the entire world used to work if you were not at an appropriate level once upon a time. But yeah, I'm not saying the entire game should be like that, but I think it's cool to have like a high level zone that's really intimidating. You know, that's really sort of this hurdle to overcome, and that you can't just. It's not just like okay, well, this is the de facto like max level zone, so I just sit here and AOE stuff down, and then you know. It's going to be crazy in war mode, assuming there's war mode in there. I mean, I haven't played it at all yet, but like, I will not be doing war mode Maw probably, but yeah, it's like yeah, nobody can escape, you know. Okay, is this where I'm supposed to go? It's weird because the marker is like where I start. Maybe I needed to talk to somebody to start something. I don't know. I didn't think about it last time. I just ran because it said to run, and I did that, and it was fine. Um, Listen, something. Am I just supposed to? Maybe I can get up there somehow. These are the Beast Warrens. One of the souls floating by said, "When I said I'll be damned, I didn't mean this." I love it. It's so corny. It's amazing. Thank you, whoever provided us with that one. A lot of them are just screaming, but see, I don't. I don't know. I can't get up there. What did I do wrong? Can I run up the hill here? Kind of. Oh, this didn't trigger. Okay, well that makes more sense.
Your wretched
Right.
souls will feed the coming darkness.
Here's our old friend Helia.
Wretched? I heard you were soundly beaten by a force of wretched champions, witch.
You will pay for that insult! The skies of your world will be darkened by the wings of my Morsworn!
Thrall just chucks his axe into her eye.
What is this
Drown
madness?
among the souls of the damned!
The sound is unbearable.
Keep moving!
One of the souls is yelling for the horde. That seems about right. It's not an in-game character. That's a WoW player.
He has Bane.
So there's the jailer. That's cool.
The way
He
forward
can't. I
will
don't see
not
Bane,
be
but
easy.
he must have him. The jailer has Bane. This is worse than we feared.
I will never.
His wounds are mending, but his spirit remains weakened. I've never seen anything like it.
I believe I have, in a place very far from here. Yeah, Thrall's in an interesting place right now, right? Because he's just he's so vulnerable, right? He's stripped of his shaman powers. He's stripped of he's back among the horde leadership, but he's not like the leader of the horde. Um, he's got his family to take care of, which is also like a layer of vulnerability for him. So it's an interesting time in Thrall's life for sure. I will be glad for the day when this place is behind us. Wounds beyond flesh. Even as Bane's flesh mends, his spirit draws closer to death. I've seen dark magic like this before, among the Shadowmoon clan. The jailer's minions must have inflicted a similar malady upon Bane. The only cure for the Shadowmoon's curse was to find the object that they used to poison the spirit and shatter it. The sorcerers of this realm wield ornamental daggers. That might be what we're looking for. We must find the one that they used on Bane. Quickly.
Loktar.
A good axe. I was a damned fool for throwing my axe at that sea hag. We can't afford to lose focus. The battle ahead won't be easy. I'll need another weapon to help us fight to the Waystone. Looks like these soldiers have plenty of armaments. Let's keep an eye out for one I can use.
Let honor guide your path.
All loot is Thrall loot. A crossbow. I prefer to strike my enemies face to face. Suppose it's got heft to it. Let's see what else we can find, though. I've never been one for staves, but at least it won't break in a melee. Let's keep looking. A serviceable weapon, though I've never understood why the Alliance seems so fixated with swords. Too much blade, not enough haft. This is what I've dubbed the Thrall, Goldilocks, and the Three Bears quest. Trying to help them find the right weapon. It's a little weird that you kill this stuff and it doesn't drop anything at all. It should be dropping vendor trash at least. Too long a handle. Better than nothing, I suppose. Let's take one more look. At last, a proper warrior's weapon.
Well met.
If the jailer comes, he will taste my steel. This lacks the balance and craftsmanship of a good Frostwolf axe, but it will have to do. Let's get moving.
For Azeroth.
Nope. Okay. My charge is on cooldown. There we go. This must be the dagger. Bane's blood still stains its blade. We can only hope Bane's curse was inflicted by one of these sorcerers here. We're fortunate to find the sorcerer who poisoned Bane's spirit. I will need your help breaking its link to the High Chieftain. Try out the darkness. Now that we have the dagger, it will take the combined will of all of us to sever the weapon's link to the High Chieftain. Shayna, Anduin, and I must do our part to keep Bane's spirit grounded, so it will be up to you to deal with whatever force is unleashed when the blade's broken. Are you up to the task?
Together, we are strong.
Thrall is just hauling ass back there, but okay. He didn't aggro the dude. I couldn't avoid aggroing something, but I can do this.
We fight when we must. For Azeroth.
Oh, I have to place the Wither Blade. I don't seem to have it.
May the Earth Mother smile upon
Where the hell is it?
Spirits watch over.
Oh, dude, what happened? It's not here. I don't have it. I had it. Now I don't have it.
Loktar.
I can't talk to Thrall. I can't talk to Anduin.
What brings you to me?
Alright, let's see if I can abandon.
Loktar. Let honor guide your path. I am Bane.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Son of Cairn.
Perhaps shadow melding broke something.
Earth Mother, guide us all.
This curse is tearing his soul apart. You must defeat it quickly.
Don't worry. I got this. It's just a withering presence, man. It's not a big deal.
Hold on, Bane! Do not let the jailer take you!
I think he's going to. Bane, can you hear me?
Anduin? I thought my end had come.
Almost did, were it not for this champion.
Then you have my eternal gratitude, hero.
You're welcome, Bane.
The Torrens stand proud.
Were it not for your efforts, I'm certain my body and soul would be trapped in this forsaken place for eternity. I owe you my life, and I will fight to my last breath to repay this debt.
We
I
are
wish we had more
stronger
time for you to
together.
recover, but we need to move.
Understood. Lead the way.
A long road lies before us.
The path to salvation. We must move quickly if we wish to find the Waystone. The soul mentioned it overlooks the cauldron, which should be put it somewhere upon the ridge on the other side. Unfortunately, this area is swarming with the enemy forces. We'd best avoid engaging them, lest we draw the jailer's attention. I can shield us from sight, but we all have to stay together.
I know what must be done.
We seek a Waystone located beyond the cauldron. Have you seen it?
Spotted an obelisk of ancient stone upon the high ridge. It did not seem important. The jailer's forces pay it little heed. What do you think it is?
Our way out of here. We hope. The way forward will not be easy.
So Val's cauldron is heavily fortified with the jailer's forces. It would be wise to pass by undetected. Give the word, and I will shield us from their sight. I am
Be careful
ready.
who you trust.
The jailer's forces seem endless. There is no way we can fight through them all.
Shayna, can you hide us from their sight?
My spell will get us past most of his guards. but there will likely be some who can see through it. Stay close. We can't afford to draw their attention. Careful. These eyes can see through my spell.
The size of the jailer's army rivals that of the Legion, and it's growing larger.
Hold here.
These things are cool looking. These eyes of damnation. I mean, most of the creatures in here look really cool. But I've also seen a lot of the stuff in Torghast, but those things aren't.
The dead of Azeroth, Draenor, worlds beyond our imagination.
Hold
all
here.
Damned to this place.
To be forged into weapons for the jailer.
Despite all Sylvanas has done, I never
Hold
thought
here.
she'd be part of something like this.
Look, on the platform ahead. That must be the Waystone. We need to reach it before the jailer takes notice.
The Waystone was said to be dormant, yet it seems to be reacting to our presence. I can't find a way to activate it.
I don't think the stone is responding to us. I think it's responding to this champion.
Yep, you're welcome, guys.
Sometimes we must fight for what we believe in.
We made it. If we can activate this Waystone, we just might be able to escape this place. Stand as one. Anyone examines the obelisk intently. I've never seen markings like these before. I've studied Titan artifacts, but this appears to be made by a different hand. It doesn't respond to me. I think Jane is right. The Waystone's reacting to your presence. Perhaps you'll have better luck activating it. Stay on your guard. The jailer's forces paid this no mind when it was dormant, but there's no telling what they'll do if that changes.
Safe
When the
journey to
jailer
you.
realizes our plan, he'll send all his forces against us. Our only chance is to keep them at bay long enough for the Waystone to fully charge. Every second counts.
Okay, let's touch the eroded Waystone.
I think the stone is gaining power.
A relic of the first ones responding to a mortal? Impossible. Mossworn, take them.
Hold the line! The Waystone must finish charging!
Why did you evade? My forces are vast, endless. We've stopped endless armies before. We will never yield.
It's nearly charged! Do not falter!
Death comes for the soul of your world. All that you see, all that you know, will be undone.
Jaina, something's wrong. It seems the Waystone has stopped charging.
The stone responds to you, champion. Try to activate it while we hold off the jailer's army.
Charged Waystone appears to be... The Waystone appears to be fully charged. Reach out and touch its surface. Whoa. I got an achievement. I assume an IGC plays here. And now we are in Oribos.
An agent of the Maw is attacking Oribos. Defend the Arbiter!
Hold. The Maw's power does linger upon them, but I sense... No, that cannot be possible. Stranger in an even stranger land. You arrive alone at the precipice of a strange city, knowing the leaders of Azeroth remain trapped in the Maw. Wherever you are, it is clearly very, very far from home. It appears your arrival has been noticed. I just realized that we come out here alone. Anduin and Jaina and Bane and Thrall are still down there. Alright, one thing we gotta do... Oh, this is the wrong... This isn't the right... I need this. I want to change my Mog up. Running around in the Nyalotha stuff, it's just weird. We gotta bust out the old classic Warden Guard. And we gotta change up the title too. It can't be a faceless one. We gotta go of Darnassus. Yeah. Okay.
Many wares.
This guy is named an attendant protector. Who are you, stranger? Where am I? Have I escaped the Maw? Did they just escape the Maw? Impossible!
We must bring them to the Overseers at once.
Is our faith in the purpose being tested? From the Maw, I refuse to believe it. An intruder, how's that possible? Come with us, stranger. It being reeks of the Maw. It must be the purpose. It guides us always.
The reports from our scryers were unmistakable. The Maw shuddered for a moment, as if reacting to some change.
An ill omen, to be certain. What can it mean? Overseers, this stranger appeared at the city's edge. I believe them to be a living mortal.
Another unexpected development. We shall see to their reception. Oribos welcomes you.
A mortal in Oribos? The purpose has brought a mortal to us? Are you in charge here? Where am I?
We all have a part to play.
Impossible.
The purpose brought you to us.
Could it be an actual mortal being in the Eternal City? The purpose be served. Damn, 51. So that's about exactly the same. I guess the XP has not been changed. No place for the living. A living mortal. Incredible. Forgive my astonishment. I am Ka Delen, an overseer of the Arbiter's attendants here in the Eternal City of Oribos. You stand within the heart of the Shadowlands. While we are accustomed to receiving souls from all manner of worlds within the mortal realm, never before has one arrived that is quite so corporeal. Answer honestly, mortal, did you truly escape the Maw?
Blessed be her voice.
Yes, I escaped the Maw.
Every attendant in Oribos is taught that the Maw is unbreachable, that the malevolent souls within were sealed away for all eternity.
This mortal's escape might mean the prison is weakening. If true, the banished one could... Ka Delen, Ka Sher,
purpose be praised. At long last, the Arbiter has stirred.
Wondrous news, honored voice. Mere moments ago, there was a disturbance at the boundary of the moor. Then this mortal appeared, claiming to have broken free of it.
A living mortal? Surely their presence here serves the purpose. If the Arbiter reacted to their arrival, perhaps they are the key to waking her.
Is this mortal worthy of such an audience? They may prove to be an agent of the jailer.
It is the Arbiter's place to judge souls, Kasher, not ours. I will bring this mortal before her. With her voice have I spoken.
Blessed be her voice.
Blessed be her voice.
Seriously, Kashara, why don't you just give me a break, man?
Hear the words of the Arbiter.
Finally, the purpose may be guiding us again. I am Talanara, honored voice of the Arbiter. I speak for her who is ever silent. The Arbiter watches over Oribos. She blesses us with her wisdom. Every mortal soul that enters the Shadowlands passes before her for judgment. In the merest fraction of a moment, she sees every glory, every folly, every joy, every regret. With this knowledge, she chooses an ideal afterlife for that soul. At least, she did. Not long ago, catastrophe struck, and come, some things are better seen than explained.
Your path is chosen. What news do you bring?
I will join you.
With her voice have I spoken. I pray the Arbiter will awaken in your presence, mortal. I speak for the one
What is this
who
place?
is silent. She is unchanged, ever silent, ever still. When you arrived in Oribos, I saw the Arbiter stir for the first time in many cycles. It gave me hope that she would awaken and resume her blessed purpose. Mere words cannot describe the glory that was. Step forward, that I may show you.
IGC plays here. Shows how Oribos used to work. Dude, the Arbiter is awesome looking,
Now
but also
souls rich with anima,
it's a
travel
little creepy.
only to the maw. We have tried everything to stop it, to awaken our blessed Arbiter, to no avail. Without anima, drought has gripped the Shadowlands. The afterlives have grown isolated. Fear and uncertainty haunt us all. With countless souls feeding the jailer, I fear he may grow strong enough to break free from the maw. It is said he is filled with hatred for the Arbiter. If he strikes her down, it would bring the end of everything the First Ones made. Return to the lower levels. The Overseers will prepare you for what is to come.
Like this, the Arbiter looks like something out of like Evangelion or something. You know, and like the hands are so weird because they're so realistic. They're proportioned like human hands, and they're like really sculpted. Like WoW hands don't look like that. It's really it's just very weird to me. I'm ready to return. Also, who's the banished one that they were talking? Like, I don't know. There's some stuff I didn't quite notice before.
How may I aid you, mortal?
We may find a shared cause in the purpose and sent you to us. tether to home. It is disappointing that you were unable to stir the Arbiter, but we must not give up hope. Your continued presence in the Shadowlands may help our cause. Perhaps your efforts would benefit from creating a tether to the mortal plane. The map table in this chamber was put in place long ago by the first ones, the wise architects of all you see. If you have a memento from your homeworld, place it there. The table's magic can establish a connection.
Trust the purpose.
I have a memento. It's a fragment of the Helm of Domination. So this cinematic actually does play. It's not completely finished yet, potentially, but... there he is. More outsiders. What have you done, mortal? Be at ease. I am Bolvar Fordragon. These knights and I are here to help. The touch of the maw is upon their souls as well. If they found a way to break free of its influence, perhaps they can aid us. Objective complete. See if it works.
We will face.
I'm relieved you survived that realm of darkness. I'm eager to hear the tale. A doorway through the veil. The helm fragment connected us while you were in the maw. As if through a darkened pane of glass, I saw glimpses of what you endured, the terrors you faced. At least the heroes of Azeroth yet live. They must be saved. By fixing the helm here, you gave us a tether to Azeroth that served to bring a few of us across the veil. But you and other heroes who join us require a stronger connection. Our acolytes can open portals back. No doubt these attendants will be particular about their placement.
The chains of the past still
You seek
bind
to
us.
open a doorway back to the realm of the living? Oh dear. Oribos is crowded enough with so many brokers arriving every day.
Now, Tarshare, be hospitable. Mortal, I suggest establishing your portals where you first arrived, just outside the city.
As you wish. Champion, please confirm where our acolytes should open the portals.
Where I first arrived, just outside the city, I think would be the place I would say.
Speak your peace!
Greetings, Lord Bolvar asked us to aid you. Come with me, let's head outside.
Ashes to ashes!
This dude's just screaming at me. I was hoping they'd jump with me. Summon the portals here.
I have opened countless portals in my lifetime, but never one that connected two planes of reality.
Thought death was the end of existence. Here it seems death is a power that offers new beginnings. Okay, there we go. It's weird though, like it's not usable at the moment.
The Arbiter watches over all.
Your path and the purpose are now entwining. The Eternal City. You should become familiar with the Eternal City and how best to navigate it. We, the attendants, serve Oribos as its caretakers. Everything you see here is done in service to the purpose. In this time of chaos and drought, we must adapt our perspective. It seems we are to serve the purpose in a new way. You mortals are not the only visitors here. Others have come as well. Like you, the brokers are not of Oribos. They are congenial and willing to aid you. Usually for a price.
Blessed be her voice.
Okay. So now we gotta go check out the city. Oribos to me is kind of like Ironforge-esque in the ring shape, and there's like stuff in the middle, and then all the other little things are all, off the main hub in the center. So that's not bad. It's cool looking, but it's not. I don't think it has the same kind of visual impact as some recent hub cities we've seen. It's kind of just this, which is cool. Here's Foreman Brock. Welcome, stranger. We're at your service. What is available here? This is where we establish an artisan's hall, for your benefit, of course. We brokers travel extensively and learn from the denizens from every realm we visit. This allows us to cater our offerings to the needs of our clientele. Our members have endeavored to master the various professions in which your kind seems to place value. You will find them eager to aid you in your development as an artisan. So, let's learn blacksmithing and mining while we're here. There we go. We learned how to make ceremonies, arm guards, and gauntlets. A shanker and sharpening stones. Where's the mining trainer? That's going to be necessary, I feel like. Oh. It's right here. Okay. So there we go. Let's see. Click an add icon to insert an optional reagent in the slot. This is cool. I really like this concept. I'm hoping that crafted gear is going to be a little bit of a bigger deal and a little bit more fun and powerful and rewarding and interactive in Shadowlands. And you can see here, there's these things that you can do to, like this, powers it up in terms of item level. If we can add a Crafter's Mark 1 to this, and then that increases it by 29 item levels, which is quite a lot. This is baseline level 100. Same thing here. So these starter weapons and armor and stuff, we can boost their item level, so they get a little bit more useful. And sharpening stones are back, which I love the flavor of just gathering some stone with your metal, and then being able to make consumables that give you a little bit of extra attack power. Like, well, I guess it doesn't give you attack. It doesn't give you like weapon damage. It gives you auto attack power, right? Which is, I think it's a fine way to do it. I think we should have stuff like that. I mean, I've been playing Classic lately, and I'm playing a warrior, and I'm playing a miner blacksmith, and it's like, yeah, having stuff like that just adds some cool flavor. It makes you feel like you made an interesting choice for your character, and you get some benefit that's nice, plus you have some other stuff to sell. There's just no downside to having that kind of role-playing game flavor. We've been missing it a lot over the years, I think. This is Caretaker Katol, Hand of the Arbiter. Greetings, Mawwalker. This vault will grant you a boon that Oribos deems appropriate for your endeavors in aid of the purpose. This will happen at a regular interval as long as you are active in our aid. I believe your kind refer to the nature of that interval as weekly. What is this vault? In this room you will find that the brokers have established a banking system for your convenience. Then there is also the vault. This is an ancient device, part of Oribos itself. We, the attendants, have ensured its smooth running for an eternity. This vault is able to fabricate items that it deems needed for the smooth running of this facility. It only responds to those who are serving the purpose in specific ways. If you serve the purpose well, then it may reward you with items that will help you in your purpose. It operates on a weekly cadence. So here you go. Here's your great vault. This has been updated a bit this week. This is the new weekly chest. There is no separate chest for Mythic Plus and PvP. There is one chest, and everything you do contributes to your reward. And now raids are included as well. And you get a selection. You get to pick one item, and you're presented with several selections. So one thing that's cool is you can get 3 selections from defeating 10 raid bosses, and Castle Nathri is a 10-boss raid. This is new as of this build. If you complete one mythic dungeon, you get a choice. This used to be 5. It's become 4, which feels a lot better to me. And this used to be 15, and it's become 10. And I think that's fine. I mean, 10 is a lot. I'm not going to be doing 10 on a regular basis, but I think it's a good option. I think it's a better option for the top end than 15. Now, they did bump up the PvP requirements a little bit, so 125 to have a PvP choice, and then 350 for 2, 875 for 3. I like this. I think it's going to work out a lot better. I've seen some grumbling about it, and it's like, even if you get to pick between 2 items, it's still better than what we've had for the last several years, you know? And people don't understand the power of choice, and like being able to mitigate like the worst possible case scenario. Like that's a very powerful thing in and of itself. Like, oh, I do this stuff and I get 2 items, but they both suck, and I just vendor them. Like that's not. You're still gonna get stuff that sucks too, even if you get like 9 choices. You're gonna have spots where you just don't get anything, you know, exciting or useful or that represents something that actually helps your character. And by the end of the season, it's going to be every single time, you know? You're going to have everything you want. This is Fate Scribe Rotal, Vision of the Arbiter. Welcome, mortal. May you find your way in the purpose. What is this place? This is a touchstone for spirits that have become untethered. The Fate Scribe seems to ponder you for a moment. I sense the touch of a great power upon you. Despite facing the end of your existence time and again, this force has kept you anchored to the mortal plane. Perhaps devices like this one will keep you anchored to the Shadowlands should an ill fate befall you. The purpose will decide. The purpose is our way. Okay. Let's see here. So we got to visit the Hall of Curiosities. That's a cool like caravan prop. Is there any way back in here? Maybe not. Oh, look at these things. These broker dudes are like weird proto-ethereal type guys, I guess, is their deal. There's the Hall of Curiosities. Overseer Ta Reden, the Bazaar Master. Welcome to our bazaar, my friend. We are here to serve. What is this bazaar? Here we have some of the more exotic offerings you may seek. My colleagues and I specialize in sourcing exotic beasts and stabling them. You'll also see that we have access to what you know as void storage, as well as the ability to use your transmogrification magics. Lastly, my friend Ta Visage over there can aid you in altering your appearance. May as well look good while you're saving the multiverse, no? So I don't totally understand what this is for. Like, there's a couple mounts here chilling. Okay. There's your Mog and your void storage. There's a dimensional storage cube. Like, what is that? I mean, is this going to be like a black market thing or something? Or maybe just some kind of weird rotating vendor that has some... Not everything you see is for sale. We also collect such curious creatures we have found in your realm. I am enjoying expanding my collection. Oh, we need a haircut for the first time ever. Because they added one that I really like. Where is it? I guess I could just do this. Oh yeah, it was the next one. Yeah, that's cool. And let's see. I kind of want the earrings. You can't see them on that ear anyway with this haircut, but like that's cool. Oh, you can see them that way. I don't think I like the headdresses really. I do want vines though. And I kind of like them with the purple tinge. Yeah. I gotta hide my helmet for a little bit. I mean, no, you're the void storage guy. You, yeah. There we go. Oh wait, why did you put me in? Oh, because it's my default. That's why. Okay. The only problem with this is like you can see like the hair and the leaves kind of stick out of the helmet, so it's like I can't really wear a helmet with this look. Otherwise, I gotta change it up. But there we go. I don't know. My mains look the same ways for her entire existence. I kind of like that though. I think it's good. I really like being able to do the leaves and the hair because it's super Warcraft 3. You know, it just reminds me of like that box art of Tyrande. Okay.
The Arbiter sees
And
all
when she
things.
sundered the helm, the sky above the citadel shattered. The spire of an immense tower appeared beyond the veil.
We hope you're comfortable here. Consider these ancient
If the
facilities at your
Maul's
disposal.
influence bleeds into your realm, the balance
Fate
between
guides
life
our
and
hand.
death will be broken. All you hold dear will be consumed in darkness.
Yeah, that sounds bad. I don't think I want the Maw's influence
We
bleeding
stand
into my realm.
together against the darkness.
I don't like the sound of that. Okay, understanding the Shadowlands. As I sat upon the frozen throne all those years, I could peer into the Shadowlands, brief glimpses, clouded and uncertain. Sights both wondrous and terrible. We must work together to make sense of what has happened, to prevent the Maw from consuming all of reality. Whatever Sylvanas and the Jailer want, we must stop them, but we cannot do so alone. Perhaps Tal Inara can put us on the path to find answers.
Balance must be restored.
Come forth and be judged.
Can you help us find answers?
All will be judged fair. Tell me, how did these allies from your world become trapped in the Maw?
Sylvanas Windrunner sent her agents to abduct them. Dark, winged beings who caught them in chains and dragged them through the shattered sky.
The winged Kyrian of Bastion ferry souls from the mortal realm into the Shadowlands, but not with chains. And they are noble, untainted by the Maw.
True, but it would seem this is the only clue our mortal friend has to follow. It falls to us to open the way for them.
Overseer Kasher, take this mortal to the Ring of Transference. Use our anima reserves to open a pathway to Bastion.
But, honored voice, we have so little anima in our reserves. Surely we should be more...
See it done, Kasher. With her voice have I spoken.
What do you see?
Kasher's a little fussy, isn't he? He's just kind of fussy, man. He's very bothered. Let's begin to align your path to the purpose. Do you think you can manage that? I will go with you.
Come, mortal. I will show you the way. This teleporter will convey you to the Ring of Transference.
Okay. Are you done talking?
You are welcome in Oribos.
Your path and the other purpose are becoming one. The path to Bastion. Within the Arbiter's Chamber are gateways to the infinite realms of the Shadowlands. As each soul was judged, a gateway would be open to the appropriate afterlife. But since the incident, all gateways have remained closed, dormant. We dare not use the Arbiter's Sacred Chamber for so mundane a purpose as travel. But here, in the upper ring of the city, gateways can be configured for your needs. Before us stands the means to activate a gateway. Together we can channel the anima to power it.
Trust the purpose. We have precious little anima to spare, but the honored voice has blessed your mission, so we will use what we have. We will call down one of the soul conduits for use as a gateway to Bastion. These paths have been dormant for some time. Your arrival will be unexpected. The purpose must be followed.
Oh, right. I have to click the sword. Not the guy. There it is.
I have been instructed to assist you.
Purpose be praised. Your path becomes clearer.
You are
Seek the Ascendant. When you arrive in Bastion, seek out one of the Kyrian. Explain that you require an audience with the Archon. Like the Arbiter, she is one of the Eternal Ones who rule over the Shadowlands. If anyone can guide you to the truth, it is the Archon. Perhaps she will even know a way to end this anima drought. Once you find the answers you seek, you are welcome to return to Oribos. Purpose guide your path, mortal.
Please keep our corridors tidy.
Okay, so there you have it. There is the intro from BFA into Shadowlands, the Ice Crown Citadel segment, playing through the Maw and then into Oribos and getting kind of the grand tour and finding out the stakes of the story and then being set on the path to Bastion. So hopefully that is the last time we will be doing that in beta. I think it's a great intro. It's very lucrative. I mean, we got up to 17% of the way to 52 from 50 just from doing the stuff that you have to do to start the expansion. So that all feels pretty good. I just, I want to play the game, and I've spent most of my time in Shadowlands testing so far just doing this stuff, kind of. So, yeah. Hopefully today's wipe was the last one of those that they'll be doing, and we can really start digging in on this character. This is going to do it for me for this evening, and I hope you guys liked this look at the intro to Shadowlands, so thanks for hanging out for it.